everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and welcome to my Project Life blog hop. This happens at the end of every month. It's the last Saturday of every month, and typically I just share with you where my album is, like where our family album is. And so you'll want to click right up here. That will take you to the coordinating blog post, and you can hop along with all the other blogs that are a part of the hop, and you can see what they're doing. If you are interested in joining the blog hop, please send me an email. I will put my email address right up here. You can pause the video and get that. Please send me an email and let me know that you're interested, and I would be happy to add you to the list. So I'm going to share with you guys the end of my 2014 album and the beginning of this year's album. I just want to mention really quickly that you can get this ultimate guide to capturing everyday moments by heading right over to my website by clicking here. There's a button on this side of my website that says click here to receive the ultimate guide for capturing everyday moments. It says either moments or photos, but it's the same thing. You'll want to go ahead and fill out the pop-up box that comes up. When you fill that out, then you just hit send, and within 24 hours, you'll get this PDF. This PDF has a ton of ideas for taking pictures, and I go more into this a little bit more into the month of February, so I'll be talking a lot about that. There's some great ideas for February on here. And I use this guide as just that, a guide. You can see that in January, I've just put in little red dots right by the photos that I have taken, okay? So I have that for you guys, and I hope that you pick that up. So let's go ahead and take a look really quick at the end of my 2014 album. So just recently, in fact, probably about a week or so ago, I finally took all my photos that I had. I'd gotten about 400 printed, and that included pictures for the kids' album, all of our Christmas pictures, and then pictures for our family album. I just last week took and dropped all those photos into this album. So now all of my photos are actually in my album. I do still have to journal. I have not done that yet, but I'm going to sit and do that this next week. And I doubt that I am going to finish out title cards. Okay, so title cards end probably about week 39 here. Oh, nope, 38. Yeah, so 37 is the last week that is really even stamped or anything. And then I don't even have the dates in here. And I think that I'm just going to be okay with that, because it is, I don't want to go back and deal with it. I just don't have time, you guys. You guys know how that is. So that is one of the reasons that this year I have switched to doing monthly Project Life, doing it by the month instead of doing it by the week. And I'm not sure how it's going. I'm going to talk about that in my new album. So you can see I have some title cards done, but not all of them. So I have all my photos in. I dropped all my photos in, and then I just have to journal. And this is Christmas, so I still have a few Christmas ones, but I have I think 300 Christmas photos. And so I just need to go back into those Christmas photos and then double check to make sure everything's in the right album. So you can see that journaling, and then I think I'm just missing 2 photos really. This one and this one, I think. Yeah. 4 photos. Okay, 4 photos. So that's pretty good. So all my photos are in here, and I'm pretty much done. I'm going to sit and journal this, and then it's going to go right into our living room with our other albums, okay? So now let me show you my 2015 album, which includes my title page. This is the title page for my 2015 album, and I love it. I used some chalkboard paper and some white ink and stamped. So we have the Martinez family. I have a little house right here. I have 2015 with an arrow. And then I love this card, The Adventure Begins. And this particular stamp is from this image is from this stamp set. And of course, I'll have a link to all the products that I use over on that coordinating blog post as well. So if you're wondering where I got any of the items I'm sharing, there will be links to everything as always. So I just got all of my January photos printed last week, like 3 days ago. So I have not received them yet. I went ahead and got everything uploaded. So there's no photos in here yet. So what I've done is I did my date card. My date card, I believe I shared this in a post earlier this month, are these cards right here. This is a free printout, and then I just cut them with a framelit, a stitched die framelit. So I have a whole bunch of these that I've just print out and I've cut. And so we have January right here. All of my January is done in the Carta Bella designer paper called Bundle Up. If you are brand new to my channel, this is something that I encourage you to do it, and I do it. I set my album up several months in advance. So you can see that I don't have any photos in here yet, but I have all of my page protectors in here, and then I've set up my album. So I used the Carta Bella paper and I just trimmed it down. Now, in the past, I have done my Project Life album according to week. So every week I've had a title card, I've done the dates, and then I've done Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I've basically sort of taken a photo a day. I'm not real strict about it. Usually I just take my photos for the week and then I put them in. And most of the time I have exactly enough, or sometimes there's 2 photos in one slot, or sometimes there's photos here. But just for the most part, it's really easy for me to document life that way. I know it doesn't work for a lot of people. That really tends to stress people out when I say, oh, I Project Life weekly. I don't know what it is about that stresses people out. Maybe it's I don't know, you tell me. Leave me a comment and tell me if it stresses you out to think about doing Project Life by the week. Tell me why that feels stressful, because I want to hear. So this year, what I decided to do, so I wouldn't have to do weekly cards, because that's the only thing that I found difficult, was doing the week cards. I get behind in them and then I don't have time to do them, like you just saw in my 2014 album, because I want to decorate them so much. I mean, it's like I just want every card to be like this beautiful card, and I kind of get caught up in that. So this year, I'm attempting to go ahead and just do it monthly. So what I did is I just set up my 3x4 cards, and then I did stick an extra card up here in this spot, just in case as I'm doing it, I don't have enough photos. I'll have a card that will match and go with things, and it should be okay. Like I should be able to make it work. So here's January and that paper. And then the other thing I do is I always have a calendar. Now this calendar is the first calendar that I have used that is in this orientation, and I love it. It is also pinned on that board. When you go to my coordinating blog post, there will be a link for my Pinterest board that I'm pinning everything that I'm using in this album for this year. So I have this calendar. I kind of just mark what happens. I have my Project Life weeks in case I kind of default and end up doing it weekly, because I'm just not sure I know how to do it any other way. So I'm not positive how it's gonna go, but we will see when I get my photos and I start putting things in. So I do have my weeks documented here, and then there's a place for notes, and I kind of just have a place where I'm kind of jotting down notes about our month. When you flip that over, there's a coordinating piece of designer paper, and then I also have just memorabilia that we end up getting through the month. The other thing that I have in the very back of this album is the Carta Bella 12x12 paper stack. Came with these stickers, and there's all these stickers, and then these letter stickers, and then there's some border stickers. I'm going to use these when I get my photos, and so I'll use this as I go. I just have to get my photos first. So I stuck it in the back of my album just to remember to use it. So then I also have February already set up. Again, I've just done one of these circle cards, for every month, and then that way it felt like it would be consistent through my year. And then if I end up just doing it by the month, that'll be okay. Like, I won't have to worry. So I've done that card, and I've just kept it really simple. I have my February calendar, a piece of paper. Then I have a insert for Valentine's Day. So this will be all the stuff that we do for Valentine's Day. And then I do have another insert that I will be talking about a little bit later in the month of February. I talk about this layout and tell you what that's all about. So then for March, I also have March set up. So I set up January, February, and March when I set my album up. And you can see that I just did the same thing. I just kept it real simple. A card up here, my 3x4 cards, and then we'll see what happens when I get my photos. In April, I'm probably going to jump back and use a core kit because the first 3 months of the year I did not use a core kit. And I'm kind of itching to get into my core kits again and use some of my Becky Higgins core kits, Project Life core kits. So that is my 2015 album so far. I'm loving the way it's set up. I'm very anxious to get my photos and start dropping them in. At the very end of at the very end of February, the last Saturday of the month in February, I will be showing you guys all how the photos ended up working and what I ended up doing and how I ended up journaling. So thank you guys so much for coming by. Make sure you head to my coordinating blog post, check out the other blogs that are a part of this hop. Leave me a comment down on YouTube here. Let me know about the weekly situation, if that stresses you out and why. And also let me know what you're doing for Project Life for 2015. Have you guys started yet? Are you still on the fence about if you're going to start? Let me know so that we can talk about it because I really want to hear what you guys are doing. So thanks for coming by, and I'll be back next week with all new items for you guys. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it a